I heard you become 10 times more powerful if you just add super to the beginning of your name. Hey guys, it's your boy Rod from DBZSHFIGS.com, and today I'm bringing to you an unboxing and review of the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts Super Android 17 from the Dragon Ball GT line. So this one came out in December of 2024 for $85 on Premium Bandai. There's no history of the figure since this is the first ever Super Android 17 in the S.H.Figuarts line. We've gotten a couple of regular Android 17s, including the Android Saga and then the Tournament of Power, but never a Super Android 17. So really excited to have this guy in. He looks really nice. Let's take a look at the box here. So it has a nice little blue color accented by the white. Just love the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts boxes. They look so great. And then we have a small Tamashii Nations quality sticker and a silver toe-in, which means it's an American figure or a North American figure. If you have a golden sticker, it means it's an Asian-based figure. But anyways, we have a couple different shots on the side here of his face, his little gun for hand that he has, and then a couple different poses that you could put the figure in however you want. And then it does tell you about the optional part that comes with this figure for the Goku GT. And then just the name on the side here. And him screaming at us. And him looking menacing down here. So yeah, let's get this guy out of the box. So here we have him in the clamshell, in case anybody's wondering what that looks like. Just gonna give it a quick 360. All the different accessories that it comes with, including this little dragon fist plastic part. All right, so I have freed the beast here, but before we get started, make sure to check out my website DBZSHFIGS.com, where you'll find a complete archive of every single release in the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line. The site is constantly being updated with all the latest information, so make sure to check that out. This figure looks really cool right out the box, honestly. I don't know if you're a fan of GT. I was I always say with GT, great moments, not a great series, but you know, I always thought that Super Android 17 was pretty cool. I like how they brought him back from Dragon Ball Z and made him like a big bad. The figure really represents what he looks like to me. He's got to tell me how much he's lateral pressing. I like how the gold stands out here, and then the orange bandana, and then just how expressive his face is. I like the little details of the lines here on his face, his earring that he has. Yeah, I just really like how the gold stands out. You know, you could even see like the brown here. And then something that's really cool, it's the jeans actually have like shading, you know. You would expect it maybe to just be one basic blue color, but it seems to be one of those, like, I think they're called like faded jeans, you know. So like you have like more of a denim on the back, and then it fades in here in the thigh area. But yeah, really cool. It even has the cut that he comes with. And then the boots are really, really glossy, which are really nice. Almost kind of look like rain boots. And then in the end here at the toe area, it's like golden. So yeah, everything looks really nice. The hair is really long and flowing. But yeah, let's take a look at the accessories. So out of the box, he comes with this face, which is kind of like a grumpy face. You know, he's not happy to see you. He also comes with this like smirking face, like, you know, I've got you beat. He also has this like grinning with his teeth out face, like he's getting really angry. And lastly, he has this screaming face where he's probably throwing his effect piece. He's getting ready to beat up Goku, as they all try and do. As far as hands go, he comes out the box with these closed fists, as they usually do. Most Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts come like this. He also comes with these like almost handshaking hands, I would call them. You know, he's reaching out. They're not quite as open as this, but they're a little folded. Just basically relaxed. And here you could see the little energy stealing dots that he has, that other androids had as well. Then he also has these almost reaching out hands, like I'm reaching out to grab something. Also with the red dot. And then he has what I like to call key blast hands. So there's basically open hands like throwing, which are pretty cool, also with the red dots as well. And lastly, he has pretty much the same hands, the key blast hands, but these ones, if you notice, they have a hole on there, because these are meant to go with the electric shock effect piece that it comes with. You know, it's a nice sphere of plastic. You could see the lightning effect in there that's red. It's a pretty cool piece, and it comes with 2 of these plastic attachments, so you could decide if you just wanted to be straight on the hand, then you'd go with the straight one, or if you wanted to kind of have like a little curve to it, you could also have that as well. So basically this little peg would go in the hole here like that, and then you would just attach it to the hand like that. And then you could come up with many different things to do with this, but you know, something like that. It's basically what you want to do. Like if I put it this way, the peg is hidden and it looks like he's literally has an effect piece just floating here, which is pretty cool. Last thing for Super Android 17 is he comes with extra hair pieces like windswept, I think I would call them. But yeah, these basically, you're able to pop out the hair just like that. So they're literally like pegs for the hair, which is quite interesting. I don't think I've seen something like that. Just try and be careful. I don't know how fragile those are. So basically it's supposed to look like this. You know, you could have them maybe flying in the air, and then that just gives it a little nice extra flying through the air effect piece, you know. You could have him in different poses, like if he's going down. Many different possibilities you could have. I don't know why I still have this on here. So that looks pretty cool right there. Yeah, I've never seen like a peg on the hair. That's pretty nice touch from them. But anyways, if you happen to have GT Goku, like I do here, he does come with a new head for him. So this one is basically a windswept hair when he's doing the Dragon Fist. And I believe this one also you're able to change. Yeah, you're able to swap out the faces as well. So any of the faces that you have with your Goku GT, you're able to put into this hair, which is pretty awesome. So this is basically what he looks like wearing the new head, and he's just jumping up and doing his fist. So something like that. And then he does come with this backdrop, which is like the golden Shenron piece, and it comes with 2 of these things to like hold it up. You put this pegs through the hole, then on the other side, something like that. And then you can pose up. You might need like a stand just to make it look better, but it's basically supposed to be something like this. I don't know how you feel about this. You know, it's just extra hard plastic. I guess it can look good inserted in like pictures you take, but it's just, I guess it's just a little gimmick that they threw in there, which is always nice. And then almost forgot the hidden accessory that you won't find in the box, but you can actually remove this part to release his like cannon, machine gun basically, which is pretty cool. You know, action figures have gotten so advanced that we get stuff like this. 20, 30 years ago, it would have been crazy to have something like that. And just realize this part of his bandana can pop off if you want. All right, so now we're going to move over to the review part of the video. And as always, starting with articulation, we start at the bottom here with the foot. The foot is able to rotate kind of 360, kind of gets stuck there. So I'd honestly say 270 degrees, not a full 360. But the foot does go up and down quite a bit. You know, you see his heel there. And then ankle rock to the side and to the other side. Pretty cool. And then, of course, the toe is able to point up, not down. But then we move over to the knee. The knee is able to bend this much. He's literally almost touching his hip there, which is pretty good. You know, he's a tall, lanky dude. So having that articulation is pretty nice. But the thigh is also able to rotate 360, which is always nice. And then it's able to go up to the side this much, up front this much, and to the back stops there. This little part on his butt stops him here, so He's only able to touch this much, which is not too bad. And then he is able to, if you wanted to, I'm not gonna force it, but he is able to turn 360, but his belt does get in the way, you know, so you might like scratch some of the paint off if you're not too careful, but you're able to do it. And then as far as the ab crunch, he actually does have a pretty nice ab crunch. You see, he's able to bend down quite a bit. And then at the hip, he's able to bend down this much. And then he's also able to move side to side, back this much. And then at the shoulders are kind of free apart from this piece of bandana, but you're able to rotate it 360 if you want to. The shoulder extends this much. It actually extends very loosely feeling, but I mean, it's on there pretty nice, but it just has a lot of mobility. It's pretty cool, actually. I've never seen a shoulder joint that mobile, I guess. You know, you're able to do so many things with it. And then at the bicep, able to rotate 360. At the elbow, you're able to bend this much. And then the wrist, 360. And you're also able to move the fist inward, outward, side to side. And then as far as the head, in theory, you're able to rotate 360, but he does have the hair that constricts it. You could remove the hair pieces if you want to, so I'm not gonna fault it for not being able to rotate 360. And then the head's able to lean to the left, to the right, down, basically almost trying to eat his bandana there. And he's not really able to look up. It's mostly just straight, and that's once again probably because of his hair. So yeah, I mean, the figure feels pretty good. There's nothing really missing here. You know, you're able to get most of everything of what you want. Nothing really stands out, if I'm being honest. Maybe the shoulder, but then not being able to rotate 360 at the foot kind of negates it for me. So I'm going to give it a 4. Next up, we have accuracy, and I'm going to post up this picture right here. And I mean, you probably agree with me, but I feel like he looks straight out of the show, you know. To me, this is a perfect representation of the Super Android 17 character. Like I said, I really like the gold, how it stands out. It's all pretty cool. So it's going to be a 5 from me. Next up is price to plastic ratio. So again, as a reminder, he does come with a total of 4 exchangeable faces, a total of 5 exchangeable pairs of hands, his effect piece, and 2 little attachments. He comes with exchangeable hair, I guess. He comes with the extra head for Goku GT, which is quite a bit of plastic. And he comes with the backdrop of the golden Shenron, as well as the 2 attachment pieces so that it can stand. And just want to point out, this figure is actually one of the taller ones. It's more plastic than usual, I would say. So at the end of the day, though, it's still an $85 figure. The figure looks really nice. It was a new mold as far as I can tell. But honestly, I feel like should have been closer to like the 60, 70 range. I feel like that would have been a good price. I'm not sure. I mean, let me know in the comments what you think. What would you think is like a fair value price for this type of S.H.Figuarts, you know? I don't want you saying it's like $20 or something, or like $35. Obviously, there's like a more premium version. But considering everything it comes with, what would you say? To me, honestly, I'd probably give it a 3. You know, I feel like maybe they could have done something better with this. It's just kind of like cheap plastic. I do really like everything that it comes with, but 85 is quite a bit. You know, sometimes we get desensitized with like the pricing of S.H.Figuarts, but you know, 85 is a lot of money, especially considering if you get this from Premium Bandai, you're getting taxed and you're paying $10 shipping. So it ends up being like $100 figure. So yeah, it's going to be a 3 from me. Next up is scale. And I know this is the one that most people have an issue with, since Super Android 17 is a tall guy in the anime. He is taller than Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which Super Saiyan 4 Goku is already supposed to be taller than regular Goku. And then here, this Goku is basically at nose level with Super Android 17, which is completely off in my opinion. That is something they kind of missed, you know? So if Goku is this tall, Super Saiyan 4 Goku might be like this tall, and that would make him the same height as Super Android 17, which is not accurate at all. So if I have to fault them for something, it's that. So for scale, I gotta give it a 2. Last but not least is shelf presence. And as I always say, shelf presence is the most biased out of my 5 categories. You know, something I like on my shelf might not be something you like in yours, and vice versa. But to me, I really like it. I think it looks really cool. I wish it was taller. It would look even more cool. But I just think overall as a character design, I feel like he really stands out. And I keep mentioning it. I really like how the gold stands out in his uniform here. I think he's pretty cool, especially when you put like his effect piece, like I showed earlier. I wish I could give it a 5, but I reserved that for like really special figures like King Cold. So if I were to do decimals, it would probably be closer to 5, but I don't. So I'm gonna give it a 4. So overall, Super Android 17 from Dragon Ball GT gets a cumulative score of 3.6 out of 5. So, you know, it's kind of a low rating, and I understand that. Like, don't get me wrong, this is a great figure. It looks amazing. It comes with a lot of great stuff, but the things that bring it down are the price, because, you know, $85 is a lot of money. And then the other thing that brings it down is the scale. I wish he was bigger. If he was bigger, maybe that would bump up both his scale and his price to plastic grade up. But since he's basically almost the same height as regular Goku, I mean, I just can't look past it. But anyways, still a great figure to pick up if you don't have it. Make sure to check out the Amazon deals tab in DBZSHFIGS.com. That's where you'll find all the good to great value Dragon Ball S.H. Figuarts currently on Amazon. I hope you have a nice rest of your day.